Hey, Tony Gaston here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, I'm not sure how long each video will be, but what I'm planning to do is maybe if I shoot some, I'll do one letter at a time and I'll just schedule them out. Um, some for the same day, some for the next day. So make sure, like, after you hit the subscribe button, that you see like the little bell to be notified of when the video is released. Now this one looks like a decent length, single space. Hi Tony, my name is, we'll keep her anonymous. I'm 24 years old and I live in Houston, Texas. I have two babies, a 2-year-old and 11-month-old, with 28-year-old ex-fiance. We were together for about 6 years and engaged for almost 3 of those years. 2 months ago, he broke up with me and I moved out of our apartment and went back to live with my parents. The first 3 years of dating, we both were immature and I didn't know a lot of things that I know now. I was very insecure, so was he. And I didn't love myself, so I put up with a lot of things I shouldn't have. In 2017, after the third breakup, he begged for me back and proposed. I said yes. And then, not too long after, we moved in together and had 2 children back to back. Just a couple months ago, at the beginning of this year, I found out that over the course of our entire engagement, which was basically during both pregnancies, he was on multiple dating apps. When I confronted him, it had already been a few months since he stopped getting on them. I could see the regret and sorrow he had once he realized I found out. I knew he was sorry. But the only thing is that I have also always noticed he keeps in touch with a lot of girls that he worked with. He's a manager at a retail store in the mall. From time to time, I would notice him talking to the same girls he used to work with through texting or DM on Instagram. He's a very outspoken and social person, but sometimes I feel like he shouldn't be communicating so much with other women, so-called friends. So much if he is committed to me. We've had very bad arguments, and he says part of the reason he left is because it was too toxic and overwhelming, which is true for me too. There have been many times where I was out of control during an argument, which I now regret. Since I have moved back with my parents, I have been doing everything I can to move on, better myself, and deepen my relationship with God, something I neglected while in the relationship. We see each other almost every other day because of our work schedule, so the kids go back and forth from my house to his apartment. Recently, we have spent time together again. We went out to eat, and I have been in his new apartment a few times. We have worked together to plan our daughter's birthday party recently and now planning our son's. I told him that I forgive him and I let all my anger go. He says he's also sorry for everything and that he misses me, and if it's possible that we can start all the way over. He said he just can't take all the arguing. I'll admit, I always argue with him in the past. I feel like I'm backtracking, but he definitely holds a place in my heart and I'm just confused. I'm not sure if he'll really change, but I want to believe that he can. My only doubt is that it took us this long to get to this point, and after everything, I'm not really sure if we will ever work, but deep down I feel like I'll always want us to. Sorry for the long email. There is so much more to the story that I can't fit it all in here. I also want you to know that your videos have helped me in more ways than I can ever explain, and I thank you, and I can't thank you enough for the time you take making them. God bless you and your beautiful family. Sent from my iPhone. God bless you now. Well, you got your iPhone. Lord moving in your life. Let me see now. 24 years old, 24, 2 babies, 2-year-old and 11-year-old, with a 28-year-old ex-fiance. So 4 years apart, 6 years together. So from about 18 for you, 22 for him. Engaged almost 3 of those years. So 21 for you, 25 for him. Okay. 2017. You wrote me this 2020. So -6, that's 2014. 2017. After the second and third breakup, he begged for me back and proposed. So right there, that's what we're going to look at. Now, this is what you have to realize. When you look at a couple, when you think about a relationship, what you have to understand is that a relationship is a marathon. It's a long, long journey. And yes, you will have disagreements. You will have arguments. You will fall out. You'll go through some things. And you're going to deal with it. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Daddy.
How you doing?
Good.
Daddy's shooting a video. That's a package for Daddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Get that to me. Watch the step now. Let me see what that is. Okay. All right. Let's say hey.
Hello.
All right. Oh, okay. This my guy sent me some of them shirts. The shirts that say "Be Ready" on it. It say "Be Ready," be something. I don't know the website. Okay. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Now this just not happened. Now this just so happened. So my guy get him a little promotion. What it say? Be ready, be prepared, be legendary. This is made by one of the assistant coaches of Baylor men's basketball,
Daddy,
who just won a national championship.
Want me to tell you a Bible verse?
Yeah, tell me a Bible verse. And you tell the people too.
Okay.
What you had to eat. Patty?
And we pray this in order that you may live a worthy life of the Lord. Colossians 1:10.
Good job, buddy. Give me a high five. That was great. Thank you. Pray that you live a worthy life for the Lord. Thank you. I love you. I got to learn the scripture a little later. What's up, buddy? What you got jeans on for?
Because today was jeans day.
So you got to wear jeans today?
And I had to wear them for student council.
Okay.
Because in the morning we were giving out the stamps and the...
Okay. You had to pay the $3 to wear the jeans? Okay.
Yeah. I guess sometimes you have to pay and sometimes you don't. But today we had to pay because it was for the no more thing.
No more?
It's like no more. It's for kids in foster care.
Oh, okay.
And then it's also for like no more like slavery.
Yeah.
Like of human trafficking.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like Tampa's like the biggest like human trafficking.
Right. Wow.
So
okay.
that's what it was for, and then a ton of people donated. Like every person that played for Jeans Day donated $3 extra.
Oh,
At
okay.
like minimum and more.
Yeah.
And some people were like donating 20s and stuff.
Wow. Okay.
So it was a big day for donations.
Yeah. Okay. I love you. I'll be done soon. My boy just got home from school, so sometimes, they walk by the office to say hey, and I have to, sometimes I tell them if I'm right in the thick of things, I'll just put my finger up, let them know I'm shooting, but if it ain't too, going too serious, then, I got to holler at my boys. And I ain't finna start no video over and be shooting all over again. No, everything got to be in the flow. So sometimes y'all just have to be welcome to my life. Just how it go. Now listen, this is what you got to understand. So 14 years into me and my wife's marriage, if I could be honest with you, it feel like a year and 4 months. Some days it feel like we've been together 14 days. And a lot of times people don't believe that. People be like, oh, you lying. Oh, that ain't how that feel. I remember a long time ago, I said, I still get butterflies on date night. And so, you lying. You don't get no butterflies on date night. And I literally was telling the truth. But this is the thing. In order to make it 60 years, in order to make it 70 years, like we got married, my wife was 20. I had just turned 23. We 2.5 years apart. So if the Lord blessed me to live till 90 and I got married at 23, 20 to 90, That's 70 years minus 3. That's 67 years that I would have been married to my wife when I turned 90. So in order to get to 67 years, it gotta be smooth in the beginning. Like, it got to be like, y'all got to be on a marathon. See, when you on a sprint, that's quick. But see, when you on a marathon, that's a long thing. So like, if you think about conditioning, for your relationship, you have to be emotionally and mentally and spiritually conditioned. So it's like, when you run a marathon runners don't get tired in the first mile, in the second mile, in the third mile. No, it'll start to beat them up maybe the 13th mile, maybe the 9th mile for the ones who run 26 miles. But if they fully healthy, they gonna be 13 miles. Boom, this halfway, we good. Yeah, they gonna feel it now. They feel it. But stuff gonna start to just kind of go numb or level out. 15, 17, 20 miles, 21 miles, 22 miles. You see what I mean? So in your relationship, if you get to the 3-year mark and you done broke up 3 times, you're in a sprint. And you done sprinted past the point you was supposed to sprint to. So now you starting to break down. You put Usain Bolt, who is a sprinter, you put him in a mile race, he gonna start to feel it. Lap 2, he don't even do the 800. He do the 100 and the 200. You put him in a 800, he gonna start to feel it. Yeah, he run 800s to get in shape. But guess what? The people who are amazing at the 800, they run a mile to get in shape. They run 3, 4, 5 800s in one day to get in shape for that 1-800. The people who run 3 miles in their training throughout the week, they running 8-mile days, 5 miles at the minimum, because they got to get to 5 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles to make 3 miles feel easy. So what you have to realize in a relationship, if you breaking up over and over and over again, you done had 3 breakups by the 3rd year, you done went past your sprint. You was in a sprint with this person, and now you done passed that, and that's why your body breaking down. That's why the relationship is breaking down. Now, this is what you have to understand. See, when it comes to men, what men gonna do, every time we get you back, we're going to be a little better than the time before. Every time we get you back. And so after getting you back for a second time, now it's a game. Now it's a game. Now it's a challenge. That first time could be a genuine breakup because it's like you getting to know each other. You get somebody back again, you get them back that second time, y'all break up again for the second time, and then you get them back a 3rd time. Now you coming back on your 3rd try. Now it's a game. Now it's a challenge. Now it's just, okay, wow, let me see what my game at. So guess what a dude gonna do? If a man is with you and he is y'all casual, no title, and you cut him off. If he gets you back, the next time he gets you back, he's gonna give you a title. If y'all go some 6 months, a year, you break up again, the next time he gonna ask you to marry him. Y'all go a little bit further, y'all break up again, the next time he gonna actually marry you. Or when he asks you to engage, he gonna get you pregnant. So that's what men do when we grown boys. I was still a grown boy with my wife when I met her. And so being that we broke up after the first 2-3 months, that second time we got back together, we were sleeping together, and we were sleeping together unprotected. So in my head, I was like, man, she a wife. So if she get pregnant, like, I'm cool with it because she a wife. But that baby add a whole nother element. If I didn't have plans to become an actual good man, then guess what? She would have been pregnant, and then we would have had to been co-parenting. But to God be the glory, I had plans of being her husband and being a good man. But when you dealing with grown boys, what's gonna happen is he get you pregnant, boom, baby number one, don't marry you. Get you pregnant again, boom, baby number two. What my daddy called barefoot and pregnant. So now he keeping you barefoot and pregnant, and now you got two babies and you still ain't got no ring. But what he doing is, boop, engage. Gave you a little more than he gave you the time before to make it look real. All right, come on. Boop, here go a baby. Now you trapped for life. Now you will be seen as, to the world, this the world perception of damaged goods. That is how these men who doing these strategies, that's what they gonna say. That's what they're gonna call you, and those are the people that men are listening to. There's very few men that's listening to me who talking with some sense and bringing a balanced approach. The men that most men listening to is gonna call you damaged good. They're gonna say you have lower value because you have a baby. But one child is not too much to handle. You still could get you a good man and your child just fit right on into the flow of things. Boop, pregnant again, baby number two. Now is he just doubled what you already felt like you was carrying baggage from him. Now you got baby number two. Your baby is a blessing, but him as a grown boy, he know that you're gonna be meeting grown boys, and he know that although your babies are blessings to you, to the grown boys you're gonna be meeting, your babies will be baggage. So now he know you will be less desirable to majority of men. There will be men who are mature, but those mature men, what that means is now you got to date at a higher clip. Now you got to, meet 3 guys a month to 10 guys a month. When you going out and about and you moving and shaking, now you got to meet more guys because you got to get through the grown boys to get to the real man. Now this the short and skinny of it, and it ain't easy to hear. And I know that you want to hear fairy tale, and I know you want me to lie to you, like a lot of people gonna lie to you. I know you want to hear something that just peaches and cream and full of roses, and just you got 2 kids. That don't matter at all. That does not matter. The man for you gonna love you. And that's true. But that don't mean it's gonna be easy to meet that man. That don't mean you're not gonna kiss 9 toads, 9 frogs before you meet Prince Charming. So as a grown boy, that's what he knows. That's why he putting that thing in you like that raw dog and go ahead and all in you, because he know that the world has made it a man's world. Meaning that, no, that's not the truth, but that's the way the world has positioned it. So what that means is he know he could just break up with you, and now you stuck with the 2 children. While you stuck with the 2 children and you moving back to your parents' house, and he out here free and clear in his own apartment, could be willy-nilly, wang-a-lang, dang-a-lang, bringing in all these women to his apartment on the days that he know you not coming over or going to their apartment, but yet he know you bogged down taking care of 2 young ones. You got 2, and the oldest is 2 years old. The youngest is 11 months old. Now, to God be the glory, you living with your parents, but that is a handful. We can't act like that's easy. Now, if you had a 8-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old with 11-month-old, that 7-8-year-old be helping you out a little bit, going to get the bottle, could hold the baby and feed the baby a little bit, like the baby in the bassinet or in the rocker, and you could take a little 30-minute nap with your 7-8-year-old sitting there watching cartoons and keeping an eye on the baby and waking you up if the baby get a little cough, get a little colic. But with a 2-year-old, that 2-year-old ripping and running all over the place, want to play, throwing balls, and 11-month-old getting hit in the head with the 2-year-old toys. 2-year-old don't understand his or her strength. it might slap the baby on accident. So now you going full steam ahead unless one of your parents come in and bring you on out. So now your grown boy that you sleeping with, that you with for 6 years, he knows that. So now he done deposit off in you, boom, got you some full-time 24/7 responsibilities to keep you stuck. To keep you stuck while he get to go out and play the field and look around. Now listen, I know men hate to hear this, but this the reality of the situation. As a man, I hate to say it, but that's what we be doing. That's what men doing. Now, yeah, y'all arguing and all that, and yes, you admit to arguing. Y'all broke up 3 times before you got engaged and got pregnant with 2 kids. So y'all arguing for a reason. You know why y'all arguing? Because you're not compatible. You're arguing so much to the point that he's stressed out and he leave you with his 2 kids. Y'all arguing so much because y'all not compatible. Y'all not supposed to be together. You trying to force a square in a round hole. And so that's why y'all not working out. So then boom, he ups and leave. He up and leave. He gone by his business. So now he gone by his BI doing his thing, and it ain't working out too well for him. He really ain't meeting no whole lot of options that is filling him on that level. So now he got this, time on his hand. So now you come back over there, y'all talking, you apologize, you taking be the bigger person. You apologize, you weren't arguing by yourself. And I'm pretty sure it was a reason why you were arguing. Unless it wasn't not. Now if it wasn't no reason why you just, oh my goodness, that piece of paper on the ground. I cannot believe this. This paper is on the ground. Now if you just picking arguments out the sky, oh my goodness, this light is in my eye. And you just picking arguments, then you don't need to be with nobody. You need to be in therapy and coaching and working on yourself. Now, if you arguing because of the DMs you reading and because of the text conversations he having with these women he worked with as the retail store manager, then that's reason to be bringing up a little conversation that could turn into an argument. And yes, as a man who engaged, he not supposed to be having women friends. They be texting and DMing. He crossing the line. As an engaged man, he not supposed to be doing that. And so here go the thing. Y'all arguing because he want his freedom. He wants you to have your little title and be happy and be complacent that you a fiance and let him do what he want to do, how he want to do it, move how he want to move. You calling him out, y'all arguing, you starting arguments, so he starting argument, y'all arguing at each other. He can't do what he want to do, how he want to do it. That's draining him. He break up with you, he leave, kick you out. You go back to your parents' house. Now he free and clear in his place while you got his 2 kids. You become the bigger person and you apologize. You apologize. Then he apologize or say I told him that I forgive him and I let all my anger go. I know you did. Sitting over there with them 2 kids in your mom and daddy house, you like, man, I'm trying to get over here and get some damn. I'm trying to get some help with these kids. I'm over here with my mom and daddy house looking like failure to launch. Man, and he over here in this place by himself. Probably got his co-workers, women he DMing, keep popping up over there. Ain't no telling what he doing. I'm trying to crash that party. You got real humble. You got real humble. You start to look up and realize you a single mama. Forgot everything he done did. Forgot all the reason he gave you to argue. All the reason y'all broke up. You done forgot everything. Because that pressure kicked in. Now, let's go ahead and be honest about it now. Let's be honest about it. That pressure kicked in. Oh man, got to take care of these kids myself. Oh man. Yeah, y'all kind of trading up and stuff. Y'all going back and forth with the kid. He says he's also sorry for everything and that he misses me. And if it's possible that we can start all the way over. You know what? Ain't no options out there for him. He out there, them women meet him and realize he got a baby mama with 2 kids, and his oldest is 2 years old. Oh, you're a degenerate. Oh, you ain't got nothing going on. Skip, you say you got 2 kids? Check, please. Oh, you got 2 kids? Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you. Okay, all right. You see what I'm saying? That's what he experiencing out there in that dating world, because his 2 kids too young. They too young now. If he had them a 10-year-old, even a 5-year-old, that 2-year-old, oh no, you got to have a bag on you. You got to have some money. You hear me? You got to have some money, hunty. If you want you a woman and you got a 2-year-old and 11th month old. I mean, your oldest 2, your youngest is 11 months. That baby still got placenta on it. 11-month old, that baby still got placenta on it. So now the women he meeting, he thought he finna have an upgrade experience. He thought he finna be first class living. Nope. He back there on row 33, middle seat, smelling toilet. Back there smelling toilet stool. He thought he was finna be first class. Nope. In the middle seat, he smelling toilet stool and fumes. I done sat back there on the airplane. Now you looking mighty fine. You know what? I might as well make it work. With my ex-fiance. Got 2 kids. I don't need to be a bum. I shouldn't really be a bum. Like, have 2 kids. I done left her because I'm thinking Alexis wanted me, and now Alexis done found her a Ken doll, and she done gone by her business. So now I'm sitting here alone. Thought I had an upgrade. Thought I was gonna have somebody love me. I might as well go on back to my ex and deal with my 2 kids. See, that's typically the reason why a man come back, especially this y'all 4th breakup. It's because what he thought the option he was gonna have done dried up. And he realized he ain't got no market value. So now he wanna come get you back so that he has somebody to sleep with. So that he has somebody to sleep with on demand. But when y'all done broke up 3 times already, when you got 2 young kids and he got the nerve to kick you out his place, to let you move out of the place, to go back, to crawl back to your parents, that's a nasty man. That man don't love you. That man don't love, a man who love you not finna send you back crawling to your mama and daddy house after he done wasted 6 years of your life. Y'all done broke up 3 times already. Going on your 3rd or 4th breakup. He done put 2 kids in you. They young. They can't do nothing for themselves. 2-year-old probably barely talking. I mean, start talking about what? 12 months? Walking 12 months. The youngest is trying to crawl. It's dragging his stomach around the ground. Getting ready, unless you got one of them superstar babies that be walking at 9 months. But you got 2 little kids. And this man let you go back to your parents' house. See, sometimes we got to think about this. Now you and for arguing, come on now. Ain't no argument in the world worth putting you out and letting you crawl back to your mama and daddy house. Now, if you done whipped out something on that man and went to trying to fillet him like a fish, okay, yeah. And I'm gonna put your butt on out, going back to your mom and daddy. But now, if y'all just arguing, that's all y'all generation know today. All this doggone social media, that's y'all communication is an argument. So it's like he gonna leave over some argument and then talking about he can't deal with. And here go the key word now. Here go the key word, because your intuition not gonna lie to you. Say, I feel like I'm backtracking. That's exactly what you're doing. You going back to waste another few years of your life to end up right here where you at. Cause ain't nothing changed in his life. He ain't met no Jesus. He ain't got no olive oil on his forehead. He ain't in no prayer group. He ain't going to nobody's church. He ain't reading nobody's Bible. Ain't nothing changed in his life. You finna be in the same place another 3 years. That's his pattern. 3 years, y'all broke up. 3 more years, y'all broke up. 3 more years, y'all finna break up. Because, you know why? Because as a man, I could weigh and see the level. I know what type of man I got to be as a man. And think about this as a human. What type of person you got to be if you got the tool to deposit the kids into the other person, and you let this other person pack their stuff and move out and go back to their parents' house to live as a failure to launch, living with their parents with your 2 children that you put in them. What kind of mindset and person do you have to be to allow that? And see, I think a lot of times we gloss over it and we look at like, oh, that ain't no big deal. That really ain't no big deal. No, that's a huge deal. That is a huge deal. That's a whole lot. That's like me right now being the store manager. Me being the one that's earning the income, and me telling my wife, I'm tired of this. Go on across that street and live in that 2nd bedroom your mama got. And I'm going to stay here by myself. What the world? She would have to literally sleep with another man for me to do that. She would have to sleep with another man for me to do that. If you ain't sleep with no another man, you ain't have no time to sleep with no another man. Your body's trying to come back together. Your body's still trying to bounce back from that 11-month-old. You ain't had no time to entertain. You still in postpartum depression. You ain't had no time to entertain another man. So, and if you did, you would have put that in there. Now you said it's a whole lot more to the story. Listen, they talking about a whole lot, much more to the story that can't all fit in here. Now listen, what else in that story now? What else in that story? Because this right here is too much. This right here already too much. Y'all broke up 9 times. And then you got 2 kids, and then he let you move out to go stay with your parents. Come on now. That's too much. That's too much. So me personally, you go on back if you want to. Go on back if you want to. But you got to recognize patterns. You got to recognize patterns. What has he done different to grow and change? See, you like a tattoo for him. And so what that means is you permanent, but the pain only lasts in the act. So that's why he says he's also sorry for everything and that he misses me. That's because the sting of them arguments, it done died down. He realized now it was just an argument. Like, what? So now he realized how petty y'all are. And now y'all get y'all a little break, and now y'all can come back together, and he say we could start all over. Y'all will start all over, but you're the same 2 people. So you're going to end up right back where you was. Arguing again, and then he going to need another break. Take another break. Y'all separated for some months, and now he healed again. Just like people who get tattooed. They get that tattoo. In a month, they ready for another one. Because the pain from that needle done went away. They get that next one. Another month, they ready for another one. Because the pain done went away. Y'all will be in a continual cycle. You're going to have tattoos all across your face, metaphorically speaking. Going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know why? Because for one, 6 years, 2 kids, if y'all was meant to be together, he'd have been got on one knee. You wouldn't have been no 3-year fiance. That is a slap in the face. To be a 3-year fiance. That's a slap in the face. You're supposed to be a 12-month fiance. If you go past 12 months as a fiance, it's time to start sleeping with one eye open. That's what you're going to have to start doing. When you get past 12 months, you get past 24 months, it's time to sleep like this. This is how you need to sleep. You get past 24 months, now you come up on 36 months, 3 years. right. Okay. Good luck. God bless you. Ooh. You did. I hope you got stock in that company. 3-year fiance. Woo. 3 years. So you almost got an amazing wedding planner. Is it taking that long to plan the wedding? Wow. This wedding must gonna be $1 million wedding. What's it take so long to plan a wedding? Nothing ain't taking that long to plan a wedding. Y'all ain't got no wedding plan. Ain't no wedding coming. He ain't even thinking about no wedding. All he doing just keep buying time to keep you stuck until he meet the right one. When he meet the right one and them kids old enough, cause see the next time he get ready to leave you, that oldest gonna be 5 years old. Okay, old enough now. The youngest gonna be 3. He gonna meet him somebody that look good to him, but she got a little desperation. She might have her one, and he'll rather be with her and her one than you and your 2 because y'all not compatible. That's why it's taking so long. And this is what I always see. This is what I always coach. What I'm always coaching is people that have been together 10, 15 years, but the relationship was over year 2. That they was together 5 years before they got engaged, or 7 years before they got engaged, and then or they was engaged 3 to 5 to 7 years before they got married. When it take that long, that's the man telling you he don't want you. And I hate to break that to y'all. I hate to break that to y'all because there's some of y'all in here in these career engagements, in these career dating relationships. It's some of y'all in here, and I hate to tell you. And that man finna be hot with me. He don't know what he talking about. See, that's the thing. They supposed to be building people up, and all they doing is just breaking up household. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Only reason why I ain't married you is because I'm not where I want to be financially. I want to bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to make ends meet. How I'm finna marry you and I can't even make ends meet. I can't even take care of me. I barely can take care of me. We can't even take no vacation. How I'm gonna get married? It's like, listen, y'all already married. Y'all living together. Y'all sleeping together. That marriage finna add a piece of paper and a covenant before God. The courthouse gonna ask you for $99 to sign that piece of paper, and the Lord ain't gonna ask you for nothing. But what the Lord gonna do is say, okay, now you out of sin. Now you not shacking up. So now I could slightly open this window of heaven over here and just dump out a couple blessings. But before, the reason why you can't get financially stable, young man, is because you in sin. You living in sin. You shacking up. How God finna move when God got to turn his head on sin? Y'all in there with all that tomfoolery. And what you got to realize, you shacking up, then God can see everything else you doing. God sees your work wife. God see your Instagram wife. Your Facebook wife. God see when you sticking your thing in another woman and your woman is none the wiser. Don't have a single clue. And you hollering about you can't marry her because you ain't financially stable. Because you ain't all the way ready. You never going to be. You never going to be. Because of how you live in your life. That marriage is the one opportunity you got to bring some favor to your life. So it's like, if you're going to live with her like a wife, why not marry her? What's the point of shacking up and playing house and not getting married? If she not good enough to marry, then she shouldn't be good enough to live with and to sleep with, because that's all you do as you're married. And then he meant, I don't believe in marriage because men get the short end of the stick. You don't have no stick. You can barely pay your bills. You marrying her is not no come up for her. She actually looks stupid for dealing with you, but for 9, 10 years, 4, 5 years, and still ain't got no ring. It's frogs hopping down the sidewalk. Got a ring before she got a ring. It's toads that done turned into Prince Charming before she got a ring. And you hollering about, marriage ain't set up for the man to win. Cause look at Michael Jordan had to give his wife $200 million. You ain't got $2 to split. What you finna get her? 4 quarters? Come on now. Come on now. You acting like marriage finna really benefit this woman. The only thing it's finna do for this woman is allow her to stop looking like a fool in front of her friends and family and to get her out of sin with God. That's all it's finna do. Because if you sorry before she marry you, if you talking about, I ain't got no money for marriage. Well, if you feel that broke, busted, and disgusted, then what is marrying her gonna make you any worse? If anything, that's finna make you better. It's like, come on now. That's an excuse. But see, you talking to a man. This ain't about no finances. This because you don't feel like she the one. And you need to stop lying, and you need to be straight up with me, with her, and with yourself, and with God. Because God know it all. Because listen, one thing I know as a man is that I really want my woman to be with me at 0. I want my woman to be with me at ground 0. So that I know that when we come up, she was down with me at the bottom. That's really when a real man who want a woman for real want to get married. Listen, my wife, one of her shoppers from Saks Fifth Avenue text me today. Hey, you want to surprise your wife with this purse? She wrote me last Friday, said that she liked it. You want to surprise her with it? Yeah, ring it up. $900. Then the lady gonna come back. What about the towel? $550. I said, yeah, ring it up. Then she gonna come back with the strap for the bag. It's a little beach bag with the strap. Do you want this? $900? No. Too much. Thank you. Nah. Ring up the first 2 items and don't ask me about nothing else. This $1,500 that was not in my budget, was not planned for. But because I love my queen, you know why? Because she was there when we had to take our paycheck, pay our bills, and have $25 to budget for 2 weeks of living. She was there then. So now she can get it all. As a real man, you really want to know that your woman really loves you at the bottom. And that's rare to find of any age. It's 16-year-old girl want them a boy with some money. Want them a boy who get good allowance from his daddy. Don't let him be 18. She expect him to have a job and a car and a cell phone and looking for apartments at 18. Don't let him be 21. She expect to have her a Birkin bag today. So listen to me. You got a woman. If you got a woman that's ready and willing to marry you, before you got your money right, before you got your life all in order, when you just over broke, with your J-O-B, just over broke, when you just over sorry, when you just got done cheating, when you done been forgave and caught emotionally cheating or physical cheating time after time again, and the woman still want to be married to you, that's a prize. That is a absolute privilege. Because she ought not want to touch you with a 10-foot pole, but then you want to sit there and have her waiting. And I'm going to tell you why. Because these men that got stuff spinning on their desk. Because these men that is talking about some male strategies. Because these men that's talking about a alpha male and a beta male. Because these men talking about a red pill and a blue pill. Because of those men got you sitting here thinking that you is a prize. Thinking that you is God's gift when you barely could put food on the table. And then that's your reason for not marrying her, because you barely could put food on the table. But then you want her to do everything a wife's supposed to do. You want her to be sucking and ducking, I don't curse, and jiving and flipping and tossing. You entertaining threesome. You trying to get her to entertain threesome. You want her to be watching Arnold with you and then emulating what y'all see on the TV. You want her to be cooking. You want her to be cleaning. Your drawers got crud in it. You want her to wash your drawers. Your feet look like a dump truck ran across all 10 of your toes. Want her to be looking at your feet, washing your dirty socks. You do not like the bathes. A lady from another country asked me what bathes is. Bathe, B-A-T-H-E, but I say bathes because it's just easier. You don't like the bathes. You don't like the shower. Do you brush your teeth twice a day? Do you have you a face washing routine? Do you take care of your hands and your feet? You see what I'm saying? Body is got an odor on it. You coming home dirty, sitting on the couch. You eating up all the groceries, but you a prize. Because you letting undercover brothers sit down and tell you that you high value. When these men that's telling you that you high value can't even get no woman and keep no woman. Can't please no woman they self. Got all kind of failed relationships, failed marriages, but trying to convince you that you high value. Come on now. That's what we got to be. As men, we got to be real with ourselves. This ain't about pandering to no woman. This about what Michael Jackson told y'all. The man in the mirror. This ain't got nothing to do with no woman. This about the man in the mirror. Be real with yourself. And make sure that you're in alignment with God. And that you're not taking advantage of God's creation. Because this what God done created. And now you using and abusing, manipulating and deceiving. How you ever expect for your life to be in order when you taking advantage of God's creation? Ain't nothing gonna go right for you. Ain't nothing gonna go right for you. That's why your life doing bad now. I'm telling you what's on the other side. When you married and faithful, it's favor. It's favor. Listen, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? If a grown boy don't believe me, listen, you get all the collection of men and y'all start a GoFundMe and y'all get that GoFundMe to $10 million and y'all name it for Tony Gaskins to leave his wife. Get it to 10 million. I'm gonna look at you and turn it down. Get it to 100 million. I'm gonna look at you and turn it down. To God be my witness, I'm gonna look at you and turn it down. Now get it to 1 billion. Now I'm gonna have to sleep on it, but I'm gonna turn you down in the morning. You know why? Because that's how blessed and favored I feel. I'm gonna be a billionaire. That's what I tell myself, and you can't convince me otherwise because of the blessings and the peace and the favor. So I'm trying to tell y'all out here shacking up. You out here dragging this woman along. You're afraid to get engaged. You're afraid to marry. You're afraid to give a title. You're afraid to be a man by church. But you want her to bend over and do everything for you. But you're afraid to be a man by church because you think that you finna lose something in marriage. The men who lose in marriage is men who never mature. Yes, you're going to lose in marriage if you don't learn how to love and respect and cherish and be faithful. Yeah, you're going to lose, and you deserve to lose because her heart is not to be taken for granted. Her heart is not to be used and abused. Why? It ain't because a woman is so special and that we need to put her on a pedestal. It ain't because of all of that. It's because that's God's creation. And if you want to be in alignment with your creator, you got to take care of what he has provided. I don't even kill bugs no more. Because that's God's creation. Unless it's trying to do me harm. You hear what I'm saying? Because that's God's creation. I'm trying to be in alignment with my creator in every aspect of his universe. I want to be in alignment with my creator so that everything that is for me, he don't hold it back. But I know if he created woman from me and she not being treated right, ain't nothing he could do good in my life. Come on, man. This ain't rocket science. This ain't E equal MC squared. You know how hard that man had to work to get E equal MC squared? This is not that. This ain't that. And that ain't this. This ain't rocket science. Become a real man. Love this woman. Cherish this woman. Love her as unto God. You're not loving her because she perfect. You're not loving her because her stuff don't stink. You're loving her because God commanded you to love her as Christ loves the church. That's a perfect and pure love. That should be your goal. I'm still working on it today. To stop getting in my feelings. To stop waking up on the wrong side of the bed. To stop being short. To stop having little attitudes. To stop talking too direct, too firm. To stop being too aggressive in my delivery. I'm still working on it today to make sure that I ain't too blunt and sharp. And that I learn how to phrase things so that it can land well. So that she feel like I'm speaking to her with love and with purity and with respect. And not trying to be demeaning or disrespectful or domineering or controlling or a tyrant or any of the above, but that she feels, okay, this a real man who telling me how he feel, what he see, what he need, what's on his heart and mind. He's shooting it to me straight, but with respect, with class and tact and dignity. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. All I'm asking is that we be men. That's all I'm asking. Is that we be real men. That's all I'm asking. And stop making it about the woman, male versus female. Stop making it a competition. Stop making it a battle. Make it about love as unto God. And this is what I'm asking the women. Stop settling. Stop settling. Stop putting up and dealing with no good men. Stop allowing your love to be put on layaway. You getting put on up on the shelf collecting dust while he pristine doing his thing, running in and out your life, in and out your life. And you sitting there looking like who shot John and forgot to kill him. Looking broke, busted, and disgusted. Toe up from the floor up. 2 ways from Sunday. Flipped upside down like a tornado and a hurricane hit you at the same time. Sitting there looking concussed and bombust. And can't do for yourself because you waiting on a stinking, sorry, grown boy of a man to give you his hand in marriage. When he ain't worth being married to. Stop coddling him. Stop babying him. Stop reinforcing his grown boy behavior. Because at that point, now you are just as bad as he is. Now you are a part of the problem. You got the lead to be a part of the solution. Oh, well, I don't want another woman to get all my hard work. You ain't did no hard work. He's sorry. Ain't nobody, he not no prize. Don't nobody want him. And the woman who want him, that means she on his level. But the only chance he got at learning a life lesson is if you have the dignity, the class, and the self-respect to get up and to go on about your business. What do this shirt say? Go on about your business. That's the only chance. And if he grows and become a great man for the next woman, guess what? To God be the glory. That he was not your man. And just like you prepared him for her, somebody preparing your man for you. Everything gonna come full circle. Because in this process, you gonna grow. You gonna be strengthened. You're going to gain wisdom, knowledge, understanding, experience. You're going to be better for walking away from a grown boy than you will be for coddling him and babying him. Men got to be left to grow up. A man got to believe that you're willing to leave him if you want to have any chance at keeping him. Understand that if a man believe he could do you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way, and you ain't going nowhere, he's never going to change. The only reason and the only way a man changes for the better is when he realizes he can lose the things that he is taking for granted. This cannot be rocket science. This cannot be this hard. It can't be. I know many are called and few are chosen. But the Bible says God has no respect of persons, meaning that he loves us all equally. So if I could be 14 years in marriage and be happy. You know what my wife asked me today? She said, baby, I'm telling you this now. I'm telling you this, so listen to me. I want you to kiss me more. So do what you got to do. Because a lot of times people are like, can you kiss me? I'm like, baby, my mouth ain't right. Like, I had my mouth closed too long. Just ain't feeling, you know what I'm saying, like kissing you. She say, do what you got to do. You got to carry around some bubble gum, some breath strips. And I just be talking, I'm just real self-conscious, you know. And so I just don't, I be caring about her experience. And I'm not the type of person that if I've just been sitting with my mouth closed and that bacteria in there, even though when I kiss her, she be like, listen, if your breath stink, I'll be the first to tell you. She like, your breath do not stink, okay? Your breath do not stink. And she tell me that all the time, but I still just be self-conscious and out of respect because I done smelled so much breath in my life that I be like, man, listen, I never want to put nobody through that. She always tell me about her one of her coaches growing up. He'll be smiking on gum and they be in the huddle running over the play and everybody just holding their breath. They get on the court about to pass out because they held their breath for the whole time out while one of the coaches was talking. And so I just don't be wanting nobody to have no bad experience with me. But this what she asked me 14 years in a marriage. And it ain't just about me being self-conscious or thinking like, oh, you know, my mouth might have a little hint on it. But it's also about like just being a man. And sometimes just being in that man box. And the way I might grab some booty. And that's good for me. But a woman want intimacy. So that kiss, that grabbing that booty ain't doing nothing for her. That's doing something for me. So I have to remind myself. And this me sharing real talk with you. To understand ain't nothing perfect. You always growing. But what I have to be reminded, I said, all right now, girl, you know, unleash the beast now. I'm finna be all day long now. And I told her, I say, nah, baby, the other issue is kissing is your thing. So when I be fully dressed and I'm ready to go and I come kiss you, okay, can I still get out the house? And she look at me crazy. So I'm like, listen, I don't want to be doing nothing that's finna have you feeling good and I'm finna leave. You see what I'm saying? You feeling hot and ready like Little Caesar. Speaking of, she got my Little Caesar gift card. That brother sent me. I need to get that off of her. So listen to me. But 14 years in, that's what we working on. And that's what we working on. And we working on our parenting, growing as parents, being better examples, being better role models in every way, working on little stuff. But 14 years in. So it's always work to be done. So you got to realize everything gonna come full circle. But listen, you gonna grow and you gonna learn through this process. So if you got to go and you got to chalk up 6 years of your life and you got 2 kids with this person, but you know it's a dead end, go on about your business. Because having 2 kids with a deadbeat is better than having 3. It's better than having 4. Having 6 years that you got to cut your losses is better than having to cut your losses after 10, after 15, after 20, after 25, like some of the people I'm coaching. Got to cut their losses after 25 years of being with somebody. Cut your losses now if you know this is a dead end and if you feel like you backtracking. Because if you didn't feel like you was backtracking, you would be so happy. But the reason why you feel like you backtracking is because you know it's a dead end relationship. Go on about your business. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. Let me get off here for an hour. God bless you. We'll talk soon.